Alright, group bonding time! Hey, welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles 3! I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we helped Gray clean out some traitors from the city, and this time we're gonna go and just have a nice little discussion about some clovers. It's perfectly peaceful, no big deal.
I'm starving. Got anything I can eat?
No! You're not allowed to eat, Eunie. No.
Right then, strategy meeting.
It seems that they believe in the fortune clovers in the city as well. What can I say? If you know, you know. If you know, you're gonna want to collect them. Isn't it mysterious seeing children talk about things never fails to bring a smile? Oh yeah, it is mostly children collecting them, that's right. You got a point to make, Santa Love? No, not really. You wanna go join the city brats, Eunie? Sounds like you have a lot in common. You absolute muppet! Come on, Eunie, no need to get worked up. Acquaintance laces you all. Go have a hobbies, will ya? That's right. If they're growing with the city as well, then we could have a little excursion someday. You're the only one here I can trust, Noah.
Noah! Hey, how's tricks?
We're doing fine here, Boliaris. And you?
Same old, same old. Though we're not getting any provisions from home, so our supply guys are being run ragged.
Any requests for us? I don't imagine you called just to shoot the breeze.
No. Good point. Got a bit of info to share with you.
Yeah?
Specifically, it's about Colony 5.
Colony 5. I remember something about them being pretty highly ranked.
Yeah. We only happened to hear by chance, but apparently they made gold just the other day. Or so it seems, but we're not sure. Oh? Go on. Last time a colony went gold? I think it was about 40 years ago. When you go gold, you're pardoned from fighting. That's why everybody busts their balls trying to rank up.
That sounds pretty familiar.
Thing is, we're not even hearing a peep about this from the other colonies. It's as if they're acting like Colony 5 never existed to start with. I've tried getting in direct contact with them, but I haven't heard a fart back.
You think something happened?
Well, the woman in charge of Colony 5, or Solia, was close friends with our commander.
With Ethel?
To give you some background, some 2 years after the commander got us to silver, well, Solia managed it as well. Kamaravi might have been Ethel's rival, but Osolia and Ethel, they were sworn friends.
What, so... if it wasn't for the thing with Kamaravi, you all would have made it to gold rank?
I guess you could say it was likely.
Then, I can see why you'd be worried.
Yup. So I was thinking of going to take a look. Been 6 days since we lost contact. If there's been some accident, we could still be able to help.
Are you sure that's a good idea? You got no flame clocks. What if you end up like us?
We'll get the spark out of there before that happens. But I'm talking about Osolia here. I ain't just gonna leave her. And if the commander was here, she'd do the exact same thing.
I really want to help out on this.
Whoa!
Eunie? Seems out of the blue.
Well, you see...
What the... Why didn't you tell us this sooner? Gotta share this stuff.
Sorry. I just didn't really believe it.
So, what you're saying is, you think that in the past you were attached to a gold rank colony?
Could be. This ain't some ash about wanting to know my past self or anything. The whole colony just fell to pieces. I have to know why.
You reckon Mobius have something to do with it?
With what I saw, definitely.
So that's why. All right. We'll help you out.
No, I mean... Are you sure? You know, I'd be glad for the help here, sure. But I really wouldn't want...
Oh, enough of this already. Tell me this isn't exactly what you were hoping for.
Saw through my clever ruse, eh? Must be losing my touch.
I've seen that memory too, when interlinking with Eunie. And I guarantee you it was not a dream. I'm certain of it.
True. I feel the same. What do you two think?
No objections. Let's head out.
Yeah, I want to lend a hand as well.
There you go. Okay?
I owe you one, mate. Seems like I'm always getting you in trouble.
It's fine, Boliaris. We do have an obligation here, right?
Man, not to forget all that food you gave us.
Oh yeah, I remember you took seconds.
Righto. I'll be moving out after this. Let's rendezvous around here.
The Orion Trail. Understood. We'll give our stuff a once-over, then get going.
All right. See you there.
Yeah. See you.
Noah? Friends make journey to Goldie Colony?
Yep. That's the plan.
Then, humbly asking to drag Manana along.
No problem. But why?
Manana heard rumorings. Say that Goldie colonies have super real good ingredients lying around. Manana will take these ingredients. Resulting dishes will blow both socks and minds.
Trying to expand the old repertoire. Eh, Manana?
Expand!
That'd be really great, actually. Okay. Don't know why I'd ever refuse.
Manana, if you're going...
Rikugo. Naturalistic. Only answer is yes.
I just said I won't refuse. We can all go.
And so that starts side story Eunie. So getting to go into trying to think through. I don't know if it's my #1 favorite scene, but it's definitely up there. So getting to explore more into that, which I think is great. And probably my other favorite scenes coming up when we next advance the story. We'll have the other fantastic scenes, but for now, I mean, everything, because, I mean, yeah, was Colony 5, was ye olde Eunie. So yeah, we can just pop on over, and of course we're going to be playing as Eunie for this. Naturalistic.
Hey there, you lot. Fast as a spark in Rogel.
Well, we would hate to keep you waiting.
Good man.
So where's Colony 5?
Easy. It's up on the Loska Plateau. Should see it once you've cleared the cave.
What we waiting for, then? This bloody Merc's giving me the creeps.
Eunie should cool jets. Guessing in Tiz won't help.
You'll be in a tiz in a minute.
All he's saying is that we should play it safe. Careful. Right?
Correct. Especially if situation involve Mobius creeps.
All right. I am actually trying to control myself. If I start going crazy, nudge me.
Whoa. Where's the real Eunie?
I just don't want us dragging our feet, all right?
I'm with Lance. What the hell? Eunie's being introspective? Sounds fake. Yeah, we just keep on going. We did pass by here a very long time ago, but
Something so valuable here.
well, the door wasn't opened then, and it is now. Just locking you off so that you don't pop in here too early.
5 should be just past here, huh?
Looks that way. Defenses look a bit tighter than at Lambda.
I mean, doesn't seem like it to me. I don't see any defenses here.
Better not spill any of this.
You know, while we're here, we might as well pick up some ether cylinders. No reason not to. And then we can zip on through. Yeah. It's a very nice cave, at least. Loska's cavern, going to the Loska Plateau.
Fine.
Plateau.
They're still fresh.
Yeah, this wasn't long ago. Who could have done him in?
Not terribly many husks,
Would you
but
do the honors?
still, any at this point is not something you particularly want to see.
Ah! A supply drop!
We've got to be super cautious around here. Yeah, box, but I've got a bad feeling about this.
Such is the officer.
Well, regardless, we're gonna just, even if this doesn't really get us any proper, like, notable... I mean, that's just Colony 5 affinity, which, from what it sounds like, probably not gonna be terribly useful, but it's just the right thing to do here, I think. Just seems right. We got one over here.
Leave it like this.
Send people off because that's just the right thing to do.
We can't just leave this be.
And out they go. One more husk.
Doing, eh?
And there we go. I wonder if we reach 2-star affinity with Colony 5.
Noah, these marks, considering their elevation, it can only be...
Right. Only something as big as Ouroboros or Mobius could make these.
They seem a little bit spooked, so we just gotta knock some sense into them, right? It's not a big deal, just keep bopping them a little bit. Yeah, we're just knocking some sense into them.
Stand fast! Cease combat! Yeah, you're Boliaris, right? Ethel's man, from Colony 4.
Yeah, that's right.
Then you guys... you couldn't be...
Couldn't be what?
No, can't be. You aren't friends with that monster, are you?
With what monster?
Thank the flames.
Huh?
It happened so fast. First the commander was promoted to gold, and the night after that, that thing came. You could tell it wasn't Agnian. Nothing native to these parts. Could tell at a glance. It was cackling, having fun cutting our friends to shreds.
That'd be Mobius. Has to be.
Yes, but why attack Colony 5?
We came to find that out, right? Think. Must be a reason.
And the colony? How's Orsolia?
No clue. We were in such a hurry to save our skin. Scrambling for a place to hide. Then you guys showed up.
Right.
Well, she can't be all that far off. Shall we? spark, yeah. And if any Mobius mudders are there, we mess them up.
Yeah. Looking at these guys, they don't seem under Mobius control. But that makes them targets we need to protect.
No argument there.
Who are you guys? You're working with Agnes?
Once we're done here, I'll tell you all you want to know. It'll blow your mind. Okay, let's get a move on, eh?
Before we do, we should escort these guys somewhere safe. Some of them are wounded.
Ah, too true. Definitely don't want them in combat. How about the cave entrance? They'll be safe as castles.
Cave entrance, huh? Yeah, that'll work.
We owe you.
So yeah, not going great for Colony 5, but they should at least be happy to know that their friends were sent off. They're probably not, too happy about the fact that they had to have friends get sent off anyways.
These weren't here before, were they?
No, they weren't. Have they been drawn by the husks, maybe?
Well, we're high enough level. Bat don't care.
Nice, fine.
So we can just keep on schmoving.
Let's sort this mess out.
And no need. We're high enough level that we don't need spell. That actually kind of surprises me that they won't just have them fight us anyways, regardless of level. But whatever. Game do be weird.
Good thing we found this. We're almost out.
Yeah, once we get out of here, we should be safe for a while.
And really? Come on, you two. It's very weird that... I mean, I guess. But still.
You lot sit tight here. We'll press on to Colony 5.
Thanks. It's really us who should be going, but how can we ever thank you?
These guys are doing all the fighting. Thank them. I'm just along for the ride.
Oh, cheers.
Come on. Anyway, you just leave finding Orsolia to us.
So yeah, actually, you know what? We have an opportunity to talk to Captain again. I'm really sorry, but could you please see how Colony 5 looks? Still have friends in there, you see. No sweat, we'll go check it out. And back into the cave we go. In and out, we just have to keep going on, come on. Why you gotta be so inconvenient? How dare you be inconvenient when all your friends have died and you're currently being destroyed? How dare you? Of course I'm kidding, but still. Do you like how this is somewhat of a, I mean, not necessarily like a full-blown horror thing, but it definitely is more subdued and unsettling than most quests. It's not very bombastic, it's just people are terrified of Mobius, which I feel like because we're Ouroboros, we don't really get too scared of Mobius, because, I mean, we dedicate our lives to beating the shit out of him. But, like, Mobius are proper, I mean, they're essentially gods. I mean, so are we, but, or maybe demons is more accurate, I don't know, man. And we can, got anything over here? A few collectibles. I mean, hey, while we're passing by, no reason not to grab it. Is this the only way to get into the colony? Because that'd be really weird.
This is valuable. I'll hang on
grab the odd oblong shard. And then grab this container.
Come to Eunie.
Gold coin? Nope, silver coin. Lame. And then this is... I always remembered having strangely high difficulty with here, because I think I overthinked the mini-map. So, yeah, it's fine. We can just keep running along.
Nothing good's gonna come of this. We'd better prepare for the worst.
Let's just hurry. It's too soon to assume the worst.
Is it, though? There is also blood-sucking Elvis! So, unique monster that you are required to at least start side story Eunie in order to fight. We'll get him at a later point.
Mio, could you
You've
keep
never
an ear
been
or
here
two out?
before?
The flame clock! It's still glowing! Oh no. Almost empty.
There really can't be a lot of soldiers left.
Osolia!
You dolt. You killed her. I wish I'd known you were paying a visit. I'd have found a much more practical use for this thing.
You're...
You can call me X. And this is... well, he's just some underling, so I don't actually care. Anyway, I count myself lucky. I mean, you popping up while we render judgment.
A judgment, is it?
Oh, did they actually work it out?
Work it out.
Oh, what? You didn't? Way to get my hopes up. I thought you came because you worked out what's going on with the colony ranks. With the ranks? Yes, the ranks. You've been so desperate to raise them. Just for a bit of comfort, you snatched away the lives of your enemies.
Are you gonna get to your point? Come on!
Ugh! Are you some kind of idiot? I mean, I've laid it all out for you. Just think a minute, it'll come to you.
Snuff off!
I'll make it so you dopes can understand. Are you ready? Taking notes? It was us who made up all the colony ranks. Good old Mobius.
What?
First we have the lowly dirt, then there's tin. Tins go up to copper. Then you get iron. After that comes steel. Then you get the badass silver. And finally, you've hit the top, gold. You've been falling over each other, trying to kill each other day by day. But why? What did you even make the ranks for? Because what else is gonna motivate you, eh? What? You humans, you need some kind of goal in your little lives. You want to give your blades an upgrade? You want to eat some nice food? Or you want to live longer? You evil! All we did was give you those goals. And while you're trying to rise up, your life force grows brighter. So shiny. Isn't it wonderful? But then, once you've reached the top, there's nowhere to go but down. And that's no good, is it? Then it's harvest time. One last gasp of defiance. Then we take what's stored up at your life's end.
So then, you're saying the gold rank's nothing but a sham?
I just told you, it's to motivate you.
Oh yeah, you motivated us real good. You forced us to fight without ever knowing the truth.
Huh? What are you even... You've done a good job tearing the place up yourselves. Nobody's ever forced you to do anything. You guys, you like a spot of murder as much as anyone.
There's nothing to like about it. How could anyone like it? We live in fear, knowing nothing but fighting. We wanted to reach gold, so we wouldn't have to fight. But you took even that from us.
Because you're idiots, surely. Just think about it real hard for 1 second. Who gave up the right to think for themselves? You did.
What a load of crap! You're the ones who never left us any room to think about our actions!
You haven't got 2 neurons in your heads. All you have are the things we gave you. And you have the gall to complain?
Arsehole! You ain't getting away with this! How can our lives mean so snuffing little to you?
Eunie! She just goading Eunie to make feathers ruffled. Keep it frosty.
But she's...
False. She's scared of Ouroboros. She want mistake making so she can give friend the finisher.
You think she's... scared?
You. Smart cookie, aren't you? I was told Nopon aren't supposed to interfere. Maybe they were wrong. Well, whatever. It messes up my plans just a little.
But I think it's about harvest time. I'll take every last spark.
There you go. New colony data.
There we go, new colony registered. Console X and Console, hold up, Mobius L. So 2 new folkses to have against us. Console X is one of the 5 most important Mobius. You have X, Y, Z, N, and M that are really the important ones. This fight, this quest actually has some very interesting special things with it that we'll get into much, much later. But there is actually something very unique about fighting X here. So, but again, we're not going to get into that for a very long time. That's full-on endgame stuff. But still, I really like Mobius as just like kind of a concept. They are very interesting in just, how they work, really. And we can just throw these up. We'll focus down on X. I believe you only need to beat L in order to win the battle, but still, I think Eunie would much rather be beating up X right now. And you know what? Here, we can just quick boost that up. They are boost. Okay. They boost everyone up. We can have you Schmackarood. You only 95, really? Okay. And did get just enough for Bravo. It's very nice. And then I guess we can go... You know what? I think it would make sense for Eunie to have some action going on here. So what we can then do is bop you a little bit. Then Eunie herself can attack. Now do me an attack. Noah should be able to... Yeah. It's another Bravo for us. I think this makes sense for Eunie to get involved. Especially if we can get her to be the Ouroboros chain. Those two back in. Let's try bypassing defenses. I think that would be a good idea. We can get some break in there. Lands will get a little bit more, but not terribly much more. Okay, that's fine. We can heal up with Mio. And then it is time for Tyon. Get X into Rage. Brave Assault! Boom! 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 Wow, that did like nothing. Ooh, okay. And then, of course, Tyon. We should be able to fully heal with that. I don't think we have a topple on here, no. Bop, bop, bop. And then Senna can get involved. We don't have... yeah. Sadly, we have not actually fallen in battle yet. Weird to say that, but... 'tis true. Out of subjugation? Jesus, that did a lot. And it's the second one? Come on. I thought it was the first one. Fine. Whatever. I thought it was that whoever we got first was... whatever. This should absolutely obliterate X, though. Just kind of wish that it was Eunie's that went up, but... oh well. He at least gets the last attack in. Nearly 1,000,000 damage. That said, I actually don't think she gives XP in this. M. Not M. X. I don't think X gives XP in this battle. No, he does give a little bit. Okay. There are some fights. It's mostly like multi-phase fights that have cutscenes in between that won't give you XP. Okay, let's just give ourselves Armor Veil. Pass that Armor Veil to everyone. And you know what? We can go into... I keep forgetting to... change up Eunie, fix her soul tree up. Actually, hold up. Because Sacred Cannon is extra damage against Mobius. And I think we can get a second one off. Nope, not quite. Just a little bit too short on it. That's a bit of a shame. Oh well. What can you do? Well, what we can do at the very least is we can keep beating up Mobius L. You, sir, you get back here, mister. There we go. How about this one? Can we actually get the Eunie chain attack on this one? Same sort of deal. We can roasty toasty, I suppose. And then I know Noah has a topple. Oh, that was like perfect. I don't think we have a launch with us right now. No, we just have days. Okay. And enough for a Bravo right away. It's pretty good. Pew, 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 pew. With that many twos. And then grab a Tyon for it. Grabs that, then we can daze. This boosts our TP a little bit more, and then, I mean, sure. Why not? Art of subjugation. Pew, pew. And that gets us Tyon's back up again. You know what? I just want to guarantee it. Sure. Pop you. Go on the other side. Do that, and then... I probably should have attacked. Oh well. Not a terribly big deal. Get to a 189, gets us Pinion primed. Pew, 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 pew. And Brilliant Ascension. That's what we wanted. Alright. Just the one. At least it means that Eunie can go and get a little bit more in. Probably should have done the one attack that we had. Oh well. Smash out again. And we can go and get ourselves an amazing and now Brilliant Ascension. There we go. Kill those SlayerMathis. Big explosion.
You can count on me.
We got big butterfly. And there we go. Over 1 million damage.
I think you're starting to get the hang of this. Killing Mobius and all.
Cheers for the compliment, but I'll tell you one thing. I ain't doing this because I like it. I'm just doing this to survive.
You don't change. You're still just a grunt.
You're desperate to kill, just because you're afraid of dying.
That's where you're wrong. This isn't just for me anymore. A lot of people's hopes are riding on this. So now, I ain't afraid. I'll carry these hopes as far as I can, until we've made the world how it should be.
Oh? Well said. Alright, how far can you take this? Guess I'll wait and see.
Oh, look! Just can't wait to escape, can you?
Well, of course. I'm a busy girl after all. Can't spend all my time playing with you. Bye-bye!
Huh? What's it all been for, eh? All of our fighting. We struggle on and on. But at the end of the day, it never ends.
As long as we live, all we can do is fight on. That's not going to change.
You saying there's no escape?
Depends how you look at it. Sourcing ingredients and growing crops. You'd call doing those things a struggle, wouldn't you?
You say some weird stuff.
Fight, struggle, they're just words. And what's important is not the words, it's what you do.
Innit? What's inside's the most important thing. You know, I think I'm starting to get it. I've got you, Ethel, and all the others to thank for it.
So, you're not afraid anymore, then?
We're the same as everyone else. We're not perfect. Even now, we still feel fear from moment to moment.
And still, you'll go on?
Yeah. We want to make sure we'll walk the path we want to, just like Ethel once did.
No matter where it goes, right?
And so that completes side story Eunie. Turns out colony ranks were devised by Mobius to stoke the colonists' thirst for war, but still, the adventure must go on. Now we can, at this point, get to level 20 with the Medic Gunner. I'm actually gonna just head on over to Colony 5 to do a little overview, because I don't know, it's a nice scenic view. Somewhere we haven't seen yet at all. And we're going to ignore blood-sucking Elvis. But yeah, again, I love the world building of Ionios. The fact that you have the colonies, you have the flame clocks, Mobius in charge of everything, and how everything really is kind of this. Again, it's cyclical, which is something that Xenoblade is somewhat of a fan of doing, just kind of as a general theme, the cyclical nature of life. You have things like Blades into dying, being reborn completely anew. You have, of course, the entirety of humanity in 3 dies, gets turned into the pods, comes back. Then you have, and one is a little bit less obvious, but there are still some themes in there. Some people get turned into Mechon. Some people becoming Mechon, you have that there. Sometimes you have, there's of course, what's born of the Bionis returns to the Bionis, which is, the whole, the Dusty Order, Dusty shall return, and all that stuff. But cyclical nature of life, something that Xenoblade is a fan of, and kind of having this outside force propagating that, I think is a really interesting spin on it in addition, adding more things on top of that. So, it is something that I really like. The world building is fantastic in these, but let's come on into Colony 5. Weird looking Furanis. But
whoa, check this place out.
Yeah. Now let's go into our class. The Medic Gunner. Healer deploys fields to heal and buffs allies across a large area. Checking out our skills. First the multipliers. You have 0.6 HP, 0.6 attack, 1.20 heal, 1.05 dex, 0.75 agility, 15 physical defense, and 25 ether defense. Again, that's all at level 20. As for your skills, Eternal Formation will boost the duration of your field effects. Goes from 30, 35, 40, 45, and finally 50% longer. Works pretty well, just kind of as a, it's a nice way to, just really the big thing is the fields that you have out here. Then you have Medical Mind, which boosts your outgoing healing from using healing arts by 20, 22, 25, 27, and finally 30%. So, can help you out a little bit more. Speedy Recovery boosts the speed of reviving an ally, and will boost your healing by a little bit. Goes from 20% and 5 healing, 25 and 7, 30 and 10, 35 and 12, and finally 40 and 15. Healing power is interesting to have. It's the same effect as, which one is it? It's the same thing as life-saving expertise. So, I believe those do stack. And then finally, Ninja Healer reduces the aggro generated from healing arts by, oh geez, my numbers are way off on that. I think it's 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. My notes are incredibly off on that. So, yeah, lots of healing, pretty basic stuff, but still. Going into your arts, Myopic Screen inflicts Daze, and, I mean, Daze, pretty good. We don't have access to Burst yet. I believe the next class that we're going to get will get Burst as a normal art. I think so, at least. So it works well with that, works well with Thaumaturge. Of course, Soul Hacker works well with anything if you have the right unique monster defeated. Myopic Screen inflicts Daze, has a recharge of 16.6, 15.3, 14 seconds exactly, 12.6, and finally 11.3, and then a power multiplier of 200, 230, 260, 300, and 340. Again, Daze, pretty good. Group Heal is, well, it's a heal in an area. It's a decent area around you. Has a recharge of 16 seconds, 15.5, 15.3, 14.8, finally 14.3 seconds. It is very quick. Power multiplier of 180, 190, 200, 215, and 225. Very quick, very reliable. You can really throw out a lot of group heals in a short amount of time. Power Ring is an attack up field. That is 25% extra damage, is attack up. That is always 13.3 seconds of recharge time. The only change that you get is the size of the field, which goes from small to medium at 10 and to large at 20. Ether Cannon will inflict accuracy down. Accuracy down is lowered accuracy by 25%. Recharge time of 35, 32.3, 30, 27.3, and finally 24.3. Power multiplier of 300, 365, 400, 440, and 485. Actually down, pretty nice, works well as a thing outside. Vortex is a heal on hit, which again, that's the heal of lesser of your heal power or damage. Recharge of 26.6, 25, 23, 3, 21, 3, and 19, 3. Power multiplier of 240, 280, 315, 360, and 410. And then will heal a maximum of the healing power from the damage, as in like the damage to heal ratio. Goes from 50, 75 at 10, finally 100%. Your talent art is Healing Ring, which is just regeneration, which is 1.2% health every 1.2 seconds. I believe is what it is. Now, it seems very underwhelming. However, Healing Ring has an interesting interesting property that it is the longest lasting field in the game at a default of 30 seconds. So, of course, you add in the additions from Eternal Formation. 45 seconds on a regen field is really good. So that is something to keep in mind. Will change to I believe it is a large field at 20. I think it's the same, small, medium, large, all that stuff. So, yeah, the Medic Gunner, we'll get into that a little bit later, but now we're going to actually talk about Eunie herself. Eunie is as a party member, of course, out of the 6 party members, she is 6th in attack, 6th in HP, 1st in healing, 4th in dexterity, and 2nd in agility. Now for her Ouroboros, her interlink. Now I have 2 soul link things. I do not quite remember what you do with those. Ah, that's what it is. Okay. Yeah, that's how it is. I forgot about that. Anyways, her skills as Ouroboros. I don't think we have any of these upgraded. We have Wings of Healing, which is a 25% chance to heal nearby allies on taking damage. For either 100% right now, or upgraded, it is 200%. Unceasing Blessing extends buff duration for all allies by 50%, and when upgraded, it completely pauses buff duration while Eunie Ouroboros is activated. Wings of Pursuit is constant damage to an enemy in an area, starts off at 60% of her attack, goes to 100% of her attack. And finally, Shared Blessing is an increase to damage dealt for every buff active on allies. This one, I'm not 100% certain on the numbers, but I believe right now it is 30% per enemy, and then when upgraded it is 50% per enemy. It does not say in numbers, this is just me looking at the data dump, and that is a little bit weird because it does have values for 35 to 45, but on the upgraded, which is large increased damage dealt, it links to the 50, so I think it's 30 and then 50. As for her arts, yeah. Lightning Arrow inflicts a knockback and has a chance to pierce. Goes from a 50% chance to a 100% chance, and a power multiplier of 300 to... Oh, that's wrong on my notes. I think it's 300 to 350. On my notes I have 330 to 390, so that's wrong. Typhoon Field is a heal on hit, so it's that normal thing. Power multiplier of 220 to 290, and has a 50 to 100% of the healing power when upgraded. Raptor Raid inflicts accuracy down and is an evade while active, 62 to 10. I'm gonna get the Feather Sanctuary last. Ether Collider inflicts stays on all toppled enemies at Interlink rank 3. Goes from power of 250 to 325. Liberty Wing revives all allies, but does cause overheat and draws all of the enemy aggro. Goes from 5% HP to 15% of the allies' HP healed. Then we get Feather Sanctuary. So, this will apply a random buff to the party, and at upgrade it will remove the extra heat gauge cost for this. There are a lot of buffs for this, and they are the exact same buffs that that Signifer gets, so time to go over all of them. You have, well, let me count this, 13 different buffs that you can grab from the random buffs with Oriole and Feather Sanctuary. You have Accuracy Up, which is 25% extra accuracy. Armor Veil nullifies damage up to 20% of the user's max HP. So not the greatest on Eunie. Attack Up is 25% extra damage. Counter Healing. For the next 3 hits that you take, you will restore 5% of your maximum HP. Critical Hit Plus adds an extra 25% damage onto your crits. This is, well, technically it's worded as it boosts your crit rate by another 50%. You, by default, have crit at 1.5 times, and now it just becomes 1.75 times. Critical Rate Up boosts your crit rate by 25% of your base crit. So again, that's not additive, that is multiplicative. Debuff Barrier will nullify 1 debuff. Decoy nullifies 1 attack. Ether Anchor nullifies 1 reaction, so that's your break, topple, daze, all that stuff. I believe Blowdown and Knockback also are reactions. Evasion Up is a 25% chance to dodge. Fast Recharge boosts the recharge rate by 20%. Power Charge multiplies the damage of your next art by 1.5 times. And Recovery Up boosts your outgoing healing by 1.5 times. Your talent art is Sacred Cannon, which is unblockable and does extra damage to Mobius. Goes from 1000% power multiplier to 1400, and a 100 to 200% boosted damage to Mobius. Her Ouroboros order is Brilliant Ascension, which will greatly boost your damage ratio and fully heal the party. As for Eunie herself, her starting TP is 20, and her chain order is Pinion Primed, which lowers ether defense during the chain attack from 30, 35, 40, 45, and finally 50%. The Meta Gunner is a weird class. A lot of the starter classes do kind of get outshone by everything else, but of course, every class does have their unique niche. Attack Up is a very, very good field. 25% damage is really good, and I mean, it's fine enough at using heal on hit. Group heal is very quick as well, so that is something pretty good. Daze, very nice as well, especially when you have access to something with burst. but even if you don't, it still works well as a good extension to topple. I mean, we can inflict break here, so that's pretty useful. We have a couple of breaks from Master Arts. The overall thing with the Medic Gunner is that it's a very low-key class that you're not really gonna notice too much. It'll throw out fields, it's not gonna do anything too flashy, but it's not going to save you from a horrible situation. It'll keep you out of those situations getting horrible, but when it gets to that, the Medic Gunner is not the healing class for that. Talent Art, again, longest field in the game, which is very good. And, of course, Group Heal, very nice. I don't usually like going into the Master Skills, but if you have Ring a la Mode from the Lapidarist, which adds an extra field, works very well with Medic Gunner. So that's something to keep in mind, but still Medic Gunner, pretty fine at that. Eunie herself is the best healer of the bunch, but she's also solid enough at running an evasion tank. Very similar to her game, to the Medic Gunner's gameplay, Eunie is a pretty low-key character in terms of gameplay. She will do competent enough at pretty much what you need. She's a good dodge tank, she's a good healer, but she's not going to do too much damage. She's not really going to tank too many hits. She's fine. Her Ouroboros, I think, is the best in the game. It has some amazing abilities with it, mainly in the form of Liberty Wing. Liberty Wing, I think, is the single best art in the entire game. It's fantastic because it can really save you. You get a lot of fantastic healing buffs. You can get, of course, just buffs in general from Feather Sanctuary. Sacred Cannon is situational, but when you are against Mobius, it is incredible. So, yeah. Eunie is just pretty solid. The Medic Gunner, pretty solid, but she does make up for that with Ouroboros, and also by being a based god, as the kids say. I do that, I'd say the as the kids say, just to sound a little bit cringier. But that will actually just about do it for this time. I will explore the rest of Colony 5. We'll pop in here at some other point, I'm sure. Just open that up. There's gotta be something else in here. Nope, just some Transcendent Tenderloins. Alright. Geez, a lot of Transcendent Tenderloins. Holy crap, that's a lot of Tenderloin. And there was also a container in here. Once we open that up, we'll do it for this time. And then in the next episode, we're going to be doing Lanza's Hero Quest. Or side story, or whatever you want to call it. They're the same thing, really. But, until then, see you guys later.